Good evening, friends, and welcome back to the Coalescence, an experience found with scarcity, a hopeful reprieve from the drudgery. We'll get through this somewhat dazedly, if not also a bit garrulously and vacuously. I hope you enjoy my tragic legacy, the Coalescence, presented by Roleplaying Unlimited and me. I am Tragic's Legacy, welcoming you back to the continuation of week 36 of gaming activity here at Roleplaying Unlimited. We have had some clincher successes here in recent tables as we are starting to see those end game goals come into fruition. We'll see if Monday can keep up the trend here tonight as we continue with the Machinations of Szass. Get that set up there. Need to move them back. Yep. That ought to handle that nicely. And then into the voice, the gaming lounge, where, oh dear.
I'm a simple man making his way through the galaxy, like my father before me.
We're going to do this with a two-player party here. Okay. Oh, there we go. We got three-player. Oh, gosh. John T. not in for this evening as well. And then Katie, tenuous at best. Sammy not joining us as well. We got some illnesses going around, it looks like. So we got the three of us here, and then hopefully Dawn joining as well. Welcome back to our season finale.
Good evening.
Well, let's pick up where we left off here in this chamber. And I guess we're going to be sending a pretty decent chunk of our party over to the Tunnel of Safetitude. There. And also Bob.
Yep. Just getting my stuff together. It'll just take me a second.
All right.
All right, good to go.
Very, very good. All right. Anybody write down and or remember our clue that we were given last week by the Sahagin priestess?
I scrolled up and read it just a minute ago.
That's equally handy. Just as a refresher, you will find what you seek where the three rings form a triangle, though one of the rings will not be clear to your sight, or be not clear to your sight, however Yoda gibberish we choose to apply to that. So, Dawn, you have got the top spot here now. We ended in this room with this strange cylinder that's made of this very odd metal. Likewise, there are stone pillars that are about 8 feet high or so within the room here.
Well, I was given these scrolls of locate object, so I'm going to try to utilize one of those to see if I could find out where this item is. The circle with the triangles and blah blah blah.
Oh, gotcha. We're gonna find the item with the locate object scroll. Well, all right.
Yep. I think it's easier. Well, I think it'll be easier to find that than trying to find the item itself because I've never seen it, but at least I have a description of what I'm supposed to be looking for.
That is very true. Fortunately, for the artifact itself, or whoever seeks to possess it, and this will benefit you as well if and when you find the piece. You will not then be subject to any caster with a second level spell slot hunting you down to find this most precious artifact. It's either too powerful to detect, or it's got some kind of permanent non-detection placed upon it. Now do the One Ring.
The One Ring?
Yeah. Since we're hunting down artifacts with a locate object, let's see what else we can find here.
Well, I wasn't trying for the artifact itself. I was just trying to find for the object of our clue. And
well, that is the artifact.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's pretty interesting. All right, guys, I don't think the scroll is gonna work for trying to find it.
That's all right. It was worth a shot.
I'm gonna collect the ashes of the scroll because I'm assuming it burned itself up when I used it.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna roll it up and smoke it.
Oh, all right. Good luck locating that object later on.
Very true. That would end my turn.
Alrighty then. Well, not here, not here. Dalinar is next.
All right. Spatially, that room directly to my left should lead into the area we were told not to wake up the boss in, or to disturb.
You
I
are
don't remember the name.
the Sahagin Baron.
Correct.
You are thinking you're pretty correct on that guess.
So I'm just going to go toward the end of this hallway. Let's see. I should have checked my spell list before I came here. I'm going to cast invisibility on myself and step around the corner.
A little too invisible. There appears to be another bright passageway blocked if you do not have the proper key immediately to your left and to your right. A larger open chamber where it looks like some kind of quarrying has been done. And there is a stone golem flanked by a pair of Thayan acolytes and whoever this guy is.
All right, I'm going to come back this way, be as far as I can get with 60 feet of movement. I will drop invisibility, and I'm going to tell these guys what's around the corner. The golem and some casters.
Alright, well that will bring Grix to the turn order.
So we don't want to go that way.
There's also one of those doors if we go to the left, and it's right in front of us.
Gotcha. Maybe they know where it is, and then maybe they could tell us where it is.
That sounds very
No.
optimistic.
Not in disagreement.
This is not good. Grix is not good at making important decisions.
Papa, what did you do in there? Goofball. Oh, this goofy dog. Oh, Grix is going this way.
Have we checked other means of egress?
There is
Yeah, I was
this.
gonna say. I don't think we've checked this door yet, have we?
We have not.
Yeah, I
Hey!
think we want to combat to a minimum so we can keep moving faster.
Hello, little lizard. What brings you to quarry?
Routine inspection.
Roll deception. We sticking with that?
Yeah, that's about what I expected.
All right. Try to oppose that with an insight. Ah! Ty goes to defender. He kind of looks at Grix a bit confused and then looks across the room at whoever's standing over here. And then he guffaws for a moment.
Little lizard very funny. No inspections due here for a while.
Otherwise, doesn't appear that they're pissed off or aggressive.
Okay, well I'm not gonna push my luck, and I'm already into a double movement, so I'm just gonna hold there.
All right. That will bring Fury's turn up next. Alright, some crazy shit's going on here around me. Give me just a moment. My dog is going nuts. Okay, we're back. What is Fury doing?
Sorry, I just stepped up here. I had to clean the kids. Do we happen to know where my cannon went? The token for it?
I am not sure. I would guess it accidentally
Oh,
got
there it is.
deleted. Oh, yep, or the layering. Okay.
That staircase over by Dalinar, is that a staircase going up or down?
That leads down. He just reported what he found out from investigation over there.
We have one of your portal doors on the left and some casters and henchmen on the right.
Casters to the left of me, henchmen to the right. Here I am.
Okay, if that is the case, because Grix opened that door down there, can I don't know if I have line of sight on that door for something comes through it
It looks
because
like
of
you have
the
a.
barrel thing.
I think you can see it
Uh,
reasonably.
can I just ready an action in case like a zombie or something aggressive comes through?
Sure.
And that would be all for me.
All right. Well, up next, one of these giant creatures here with the dull gray skin will step up to check Grix out a little more closely.
Serious? What brings you here?
We are searching for something, so we came here to see if we could find it.
Search for what?
You should probably answer him, Grix.
Yeah. Sure, Grix understands what's going on.
Look, we're running out of time here. We need to find this artifact thing that may be hidden in here somewhere, and we need these keys, and we don't have all the keys. And then, oh yeah, do you know about the circle thing that has not a that has a triangle, but some of the triangle is not visible of the circle thing?
I know key. I will say at this point, if we're gonna chat these guys up, we can drop out of exploration initiative. You guys can collaborate over in this area for a narrative scene. Of course, if you're gonna wander off into another area, I ask that you not do so without communicating such to me, so that you don't wander into a trap and right through it without my knowing such.
Dang, you are big. I bet you're super powerful too, aren't you?
This guy steps in as well, takes a look at the group, and they mutter to each other in the language of giants. Anybody understand?
Nope, I don't.
Comprehend languages is still up.
Okay. Yeah, they are in a bit of confusion that none of you are wearing Thayan garb or any of the religious artifacts that would indicate you as a person of some importance here, so they seem to be catching on to the fact that something is not right here, but it is taking them perhaps a little longer than it should. And assuming that information is translated to the rest of the group.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you guys seem like you're very smart and very powerful and everything like that. So let me just lay everything on the line. The world is about to be destroyed by this super powerful god demon Vecna, who is going to wipe out you, everybody in this building, the entire planet, etc., and so on. If you could help us find this artifact thing, my group and we can go ahead and stop this thing. But we're running out of time and we're really lost. So if we could have your help, we could help save you and everybody else in here.
If you don't know, can you direct us to someone who might?
Whoops, I was on mute. All right, as usual, you can see the eyes of the stone giants beginning to glaze over and cross between themselves, as it is clear that you have delivered far too much information for them to be able to digest. You have a feeling that if you were to ask them what their name is at this point, they would be of little use to you.
I think I broke them. Hello?
I think Dalinar would probably at this point walk up here and just look at these guys and be like, we're sorry to have bothered you. Continue with whatever it is you do here. And I'm going to shut the door.
One of them drools.
At least
That's
the
good.
wizards around the corner might, they'd be more likely to know something. We can pin
That's
one
my
down.
new power with my
Keep one alive.
halfling confusion. Do you think we could get them to help us out, or do you think it's going to just turn into a big fight?
I think either we try or we turn left from them and go through the archway.
All right, let's give it a shot. I mean, one or the other is going to happen. Those guys weren't that helpful. Do you want me to talk to them too?
Yeah, we can try. There were probably at least 3 magic users there and a golem of some kind, if I remember right.
Feel free to wander on down to that area since we are presumably all moving collectively. No need to bracket it into 6-second increments that'll take us 10 minutes to traverse the distance.
Before Dalinar goes out, he is actually going to pull a scroll out of a pouch and have it ready.
All right.
I'm not going to present any weapons. And I'm probably going to be going first because I'm the most innocent looking one out of all of them.
This guy gazes upon you rather sternly as you enter the chamber. The acolytes likewise turn at your approach. The golem in the center, however, remains very still. You can make out some branching passageways from here on every single other wall.
Greetings. How are you all today?
Not seemingly as chipper as you. What brings a halfling into this place? Tell me you're an intruder.
Well, if I do that, would that make you happy or would that make you upset?
What do you want?
Okay, do you want the long story or the short story?
I was hoping for no story. We were in the middle of something. I suppose, given the choice, give me the short version.
Okay, we're here to try to save the world from this evil thing that's about to destroy everything, including yourself and everybody in this group. And if you could help us either find a thing or point us to the direction of somebody to help us find a thing, or just leave us alone, we'll all be happier.
One second. The Thayans look in each other's direction with a bit of bemusement, and the old seeming leader of the group here goes to cast a spell. I would say it is time for an actual initiative at this point.
Damn, another combat. We were hoping that we could do this without having to, like, murder people again.
Oh, I know what you were going for. Not sure why Dalinar's initiative is invisible.
I was wondering the same thing.
Yep, I can see it. Apparently it's not attached to this exact token. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I don't know what happened in my character sheet.
it's right there. It's between Dalinar and the homunculus.
No, it just wasn't pulling up.
Oh, I thought you couldn't locate it.
No, like it closed, and like I clicked the thing and it wasn't loading at all.
Understood. Dalinar, go ahead with your turn.
All right, use that scroll that I had just pulled out, and I say to the seemingly leader here, we wish you no harm. Take us to a room with 3 rings, where one of the rings may be hidden from view, and we will leave you in peace. And I'm going to cast Suggestion.
Wrong check. Right check. Okay. He cannot make that saving throw, so I'm not even going to bother on that. Yeah, the guy who you have suggested looks at you much less aggressively, but at the same time, he's... I'm not certain as to what you speak of. 3 triangular rings, no. Perhaps it's in another
No,
section.
three rings that form a triangle.
Yes.
I don't believe it's too far from here.
Yes, I am not familiar with any area that has 3 rings of any kind aside from perhaps a circus.
Got me off guard with that one. Um, then perhaps if you have a key that can open some of these portals, I would take that as acceptable and leave you in peace.
He reaches into his robes and he does indeed have the key.
Haven't used any movement. I'll wake up and accept it.
Cool. All right.
And using some more movement, I'm going to back up and keep myself, or I can try to help my buddies out, wherever that. Yeah, probably here.
Okay.
Just look at these guys. Let's get out of here.
The Thayan apprentices have not been suggested, but they did just watch all of this go down. They are seemingly not on their game today. And everybody just kind of watches you back out of here, assuming that is what we end up doing. I don't know if Dalinar caught it. I'm sure everybody can see it from here. There is another bright portal across the room, and when Dalinar was standing right here, he would have caught a glimpse of another one over there.
I don't know if you'd call this Dalinar's thinking or John's thinking, but I'm thinking that going up and left should lead us back toward whatever area we couldn't get into before. That's kind of what I'm aiming for.
Sounds good. Well, if we are all ready, we can go ahead and gather at this space here, I think is what we're looking to do.
If
Yep,
that works
I'm
for everybody
ready to leave
else.
him in peace.
Mhm.
When Fury gets up here, I'm going to hold my key, this new one, out to him and let his key absorb anything it didn't already have.
That is necessary, as without this key, you would not have been able to access this particular junction. And upon accessing it, you find a rather spacious chamber with 15 pillars that touch floor to ceiling, made of stone. And wandering around in the midst of all of that is a rather startled and seemingly aggressive clay golem. Alright, I'm thinking... Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Darn it. Everybody keep their existing initiative. I'm just going to add this guy to it. Alright. Apparently we're doing pretty well on the initiative for the clay golem side here. Keeping the same turn order, Dalinar, that is going to pass it to you here.
Well, figuring I can at least see a little bit of the clay golem. Come up here 35 feet. I'm going to step up to him and take a couple of great sword swings.
Oh, sure. Yeah, we'll take that. That is... 23, 33, 39 big points of damage.
That's my turn.
Well then, we're not doing anything there. Buddy, that is over to you. Where did you go?
Alrighty.
Seriously, where the heck is this guy? Did you get buried? Oh, he's underneath his spirit, I think. Oh, he's underneath
Yep.
Fury. And his cannon. There we go.
Okay. I'm going to cast Bonfire underneath it.
Looks like we're taking damage. Okay, we'll take it. Got it, got
And
it.
then the Fire Spirit's going to spit a Flame Seed.
Because I spit hot fire. Okay. Take it.
Oh, okay. And let's see. I think it takes. No, I don't think it takes my bonus action because it goes on that turn. So I'm going to utilize Dazed and Confused.
Alrighty.
That will end my turn.
Air Elemental would appear to be next.
It's going to slam at it twice.
Oh man, you guys might take this thing out before you ever get a turn. Any resistance? Does the air elemental have a spot that says its attacks count as magical?
It does not.
Alright, apparently the clay golem is immune to those attacks, even though they both hit.
Okay, that's the end of its turn.
That is over to Grixalot, who may be stuck in the wall here.
Yeah, I just didn't want to cover anybody.
Oh, gotcha. Good looking out.
Get up there with 40 feet. Whoa. Hold on. Oh, that was a pillar.
Yep.
Can't step there.
Yeah, you can stay. You can be in the same space as the air elemental, though.
Oh, yeah, right. There you go. That'll work. Alright, then we will take 2 whacks at this thing.
Bam, bam.
Whack a whack a whack.
Oh, jeez. Are you still concentrating on the suggestion out of curiosity? 13, 36, 46, 54. Jeez, alright.
Yeah, I'll keep it up until I get further away.
Okay. Grixalot just came over and demolished this clay golem.
I will end concentration on the bonfire.
Okay. I guess we can take the clay golem out of the turn order. I don't know why Fury also has an invisible initiative, but he does. So let's remedy that. Remedy this, remedy that. Okay, now it's Fury's turn, and we can see that it's his turn.
portal over there and some stairs over there.
That is correct. Descending stairs to a doorway on the northeast and another bright portal here to the west of us. Stuck in the middle with you.
Then I think I'll use my action to do some more movement to get further in here.
Okay. Mother.
And we'll decide from there where we go. So I'll end my turn there.
Very good. At this point, we don't necessarily have to take it by turn order until we make a decision on which path we're going to take. West or east?
I don't know. I was hoping to run into that same wizard here. I'm kind of out of ideas. Or at least, I don't think it matters.
I mean, do you want to try to see if the key will open the doorway down here, or do we want to take the stairs?
Speaking of the doorways, how long does the one behind us stay open?
If somebody does not have the key, they cannot come through it. Technically, it's closed to any who do not have the proper access.
Gotcha. So right now, I'm kind of hoping that the underlings don't have their own keys. Probably a foolish thought. Portal or stairs, guys? What do you think? I'm ready to flip a coin.
Let's try the stairs. It might get us to another level, and yeah, stairs are cool.
Yeah, I agree.
My
Okay.
baby's
Okay.
on the level.
Stairs it is.
All right, move it on up. Move it, move it, move it. Move it up, move it up, move it up.
Okay, maybe we shouldn't just squeeze so close together in case the door is trapped.
Oh, you totally should. Do it.
I squeeze up here to give you guys my save bonuses if it is.
Well, Sting, like any other mascot, is immune to damage, so maybe Sting doesn't need the bonus.
I guess I'll open it.
All right. Hey, you guys found a combat in progress here. Another cleared out section of this area where a lot of mining, quarrying, etc. has been done. There is, I don't know, it's this guy's brother, or somehow he teleported over here, or maybe I'm just using the same token. There is another clay golem. There is this guy here, this dwarven fighter, ranger, potentially maybe even druid of some kind, fighting by himself against these two opponents as your group enters the chamber. Let me get some initiative for them, and then we will proceed. I don't like that it shows the name right there. It's so anticlimactic. Oh. Likewise, this guy's like wearing his badge. Hello, I'm Gorvin Ironheart.
Pleasure to meet you. Won't you kindly help me defeat these foes here? I'll be forever indebted to you.
Dalinar, you've got the top spot.
Alright, moving in. I've already got my sword out. I don't think I'm going to bother trying to charm this guy.
This guy turns around.
I
Who
think
the
if he's
fuck?
got anything in his pockets, yeah, we're just going to swing.
Oh dear. Oh. Well, the second one barely leaves him with his, or I'm sorry, the first attack barely leaves him with his spine intact. The second attack cleanly cleaves him in two. He didn't even have time to get a protective magic up, and he didn't have a shield spell. We had Expeditious Retreat, that would have helped us. Or this if you hadn't rolled so damn good on your friggin' attacks.
I will use the rest of my movement to come up here next to this play golem and
Oh!
say, you know,
Look who you found!
yeah,
You son of a bitch! I haven't
I
healed
don't
up
know
yet.
who
Go
you
away! Oh, look at my badass initiative!
just tell the dwarf, I'll help you with this, and then we'll tell each other our stories.
Yes, that sounds like a great idea, friend.
Good. I can tell it really fast.
The evoker is gonna chameleon. She comes and goes. That's a fun spell. I don't know, because this will likely continue the pursuit into Benny Hill territory. We are gonna back off. And Wall of Ice. Stop up that passageway right there. And then we're gonna run back into the other area. That's the best to be, run up touch me. Alright, there we go. Nice! And it's about the Thane apprentices. They are still in the other section. They still haven't put 2 and 2 together because Dalinar is still concentrating. Buddy, it is your turn. Conduit jumping in on the no attunement maximums for endgame challenge. I was not lying with the tag in the server last night, or Sunday night. Yes, that was last night. The days are, it's one day. Sir Rikari is not back in the sense that they found his corpse. He is back in the fact that he has been resurrected and is expected to participate in the Vecna endgame. If you missed his brief return, it's in the very tail end of last night's session. And rather cruelly, Apadanalia had stashed the piece of the rod within the sewn shut mouth of the Sir Rikari, who had so angered him some time before.
Ooh. Ah. All right. I'm going to flame bolt this play golem.
All done. All right. Ouch.
No, last time it was bonfire. This is just boom.
No, the thing spit fire at me. It's the same from our interpretation.
Oh yeah, and the thing is going to spit fire too.
All right. Yeah, they searched that entire hellish castle, which Dawn was a part of that game back in Wednesday Crew in 24 when we ended that table and Sir Rikari met his untimely demise at the hands of Apadanalia. But you guys maybe vaguely or specifically recall the size of that keep. And the party, no joke, I think they circled every inch of that keep like 6 times in last night's session. Convinced that they had searched everything. It couldn't be anywhere. We've searched every square inch, and I'm just like, Sir Ricari's body is here for a fucking reason, guys. And they finally, when we took the break, I came back, and that was the first thing they came to. They were like, we're going to check out this body here. There's something weird about it. And, yeah, the sewn shut mouth. Bingo. Technically, they didn't even have to fight a Padanalio.
That also ends my turn.
Beautiful. I don't know why Fury's Cannon has a turn. We likewise do not get a turn there. The Air Elemental is up once again.
It's going to slam its fist ineffectually against the clay golem.
No good, my friend. Alright, let's check in with Grixalot, who is up next.
It has a 6 intelligence. It really doesn't learn too quickly.
That's understandable. Sometimes you can have like a 13 intelligence and you still don't learn quickly either.
Alright. Hold on. My screen's being weird. Hold on. Ooh. Just skip me for a second. My screen's gone weird.
Okay. The reduced threat clay golem will now activate. We're going to try and take a pair of... Fuck it, we're going to do this right here. We're going to activate haste. That's a 1-round haste. And that is all we can do with our turn. And then this red engraved ring on the floor next to Dalinar begins to glow. And very quickly, a second reduced threat clay golem appears in this space, seemingly ready for the fray. And it will likewise 1-round haste action. And then I will draw your attention to a second red ring on the floor where another clay golem will appear and likewise start to pedal its feet on the floor very quickly as if in anticipation of like taking a double move next turn. And that will bring it over to the dwarf's turn.
Alright.
I'm good to go. I'm sorry. Can I jump back in?
Alright, go ahead with your turn. I can wait. Oh, wait a minute. I wouldn't have even been here if you had... You did that on purpose! Don't hurt me. Oh! Well, alright. It's at the circus.
is that everything for oh, wait a second. I do not, and yes, you do. The Vorpal Sword will just sever the head immediately of the Clay Golem, and that will be the end of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do not have
Cool.
legendaries.
Then, yeah, that'll be everything.
Alright, so the dwarf will now engage in the combat here. This one's already been damaged. If I can find my character sheet, I will. We're going to bonus action. A spiritual weapon.
That will connect with the Clay Golem's AC. Oh no, it won't because of the haste. That was exactly its AC, but thanks to the haste, that's a near miss. And with
Did he
that having
cast it at a
happened,
flank?
unfortunately, Spiritual Weapon does not give you flank or grant flank.
Ah, okay.
But that's just a bonus action, so we'll step up with our Mace, which can get flank, for all the good that does. And, I don't know, this guy might be pretty cool, but you may want to rethink any early stage thoughts you've had of possibly bringing this guy into endgame. Alright, Fury, that brings it to your turn.
Is that like just a dirt area, or is it like a ledge up or down?
It is an area of the floor that has been carved, mined, quarried about anywhere between 5 and 8 feet deep.
Gotcha. I have a feeling we want to end these guys quick.
I'm sorry, say again?
Let's say that I have a feeling we want to end these guys quick, so I want to try shooting one with full health.
Okay. That is, let me check lightning.
And the ammo for the pistol is considered magical.
Alright. That, yeah, that'll shave off some damage from the one that was at full health.
And that should be all for me.
Alright, back to Johnny Dalinar.
Alright, let's work on the one I got flanking with.
Yep. 21, 30. Yes, it does take both attacks, but you do destroy it.
Alright, I will use movement to get up around here and provide flank again.
Okay, this guy ran for the hills. You can pretty much be out. Buddy, back to your turn.
Alright, Buddy's gonna take his generic flame bolt attacks over here. They're gonna
Solid
move
shot.
up. $26. All right, and then thing's gonna spit a fire seed.
Another solid shot. Still hanging on, but not by much.
That'll in turn.
Okay. Air Elemental.
It's gonna go start pummeling on the wall of ice.
All right. How come it's smart enough to do that?
Because I told it, go hit the wall of ice. Okay.
Because you told me to.
Oh, wow. All right. Crunch, smash, bash.
That's
Okay.
the end of its turn.
Starting to see some real damage taking place to the ice wall. Grix-a-lot, back to your turn.
Wear another one. These things are super easy to kill. Get much experience. I guess he will start moving away. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So it's 40. And then he'll move over there. But he can't do much of anything else.
Okay. We don't need you in the turn order, and hooray! All of that preparation served us well enough that at least one of these golems will get to do 3 attacks, because the haste allows us to use the slam as a bonus action. Woo, woo, woo. All right, let's slam Dalinar twice. And then once on Grix-a-lot, who just approached and scared us. Oh, not so good there either. Okay, Gorvin Ironheart will step forward again and perhaps be a bit more effective. If I can find my sheet, here we go. Spiritual weapon. That's still a damn miss. Oh, and that's the wrong attack. Ah, yes, I connected for 1 damage. Oh, oh, wait, I don't have magical weapon. Technically 0 damage. Damn. Fury can probably finish this thing off, however.
Does that wipe it out?
That is good enough, yes. We will clear it. All right. Well, we can close out this round of initiative, and we will preempt the halftime break at this point, give you guys a few moments to mull things over, think about what you might want to do next, and we will also proceed with introductions for, let's bring his nameplate. There we go. Prepare for that on the other side of the halftime break. We'll see you shortly with more RU Gaming.
I think we're at our 3 rings place, guys.
Welcome back to the final act of Monday Table. What are we thinking?
I'm going to tell the story. Okay, so we're here trying to find this rod thingy so that we could go ahead and defeat Vecna, the Lord God demon thing that was trying to destroy the entire planet and all the multiverse and everybody within it. And we could use your help trying to figure out what it is. There's these 3 circles making a triangle, but one of them's invisible, and we need to find our way to get that. Do you have any ideas?
Well,
Oh, by the way, I'm Buddy. Have a toke.
Oh, that's that medicinal stuff. No, thank you. I prefer the cancer-provoking only. If I had to guess, he actually starts bringing out some tools, just some measuring tools, and kind of scaling distance between the 2 existing circles and looking at different parts of the room, and he is pretty sure it's got to be on the other side of this wall right over here. If your riddle has any merit, and this is indeed the place that you seek.
Interesting. Hold on. Yo, Air Elemental, go bash that wall.
Can I Arcana check the circle?
I'm not sure if I found something or if it was time's up for it. He's been out for quite a while.
I saw that Twitch is updating some of their agreements and requirements for streamers going forward, which is great news for a lot of streamers as well. Like if they had done this 5 years ago when I first got going, it took me like 7 or 8 months, as I recall, to finally hit that affiliate status, because some of the requirements for it are kind of difficult to get, and that is the threshold as a streamer that you need to get to be able to monetize your channel, to be able to even have people subscribe, cheer bits, or anything like that. But as I understand it, they are changing that completely to where day one, as a new streamer, you can have people subscribe, people can cheer bits, so it's like it's a great way to get your channel lifted off the ground. But one thing that I read in particular that I was like, was that the streamer has an obligation to interact and communicate with their streaming audience as much as possible, which in a game like this, no problem. But when I stream my video games, like, I don't talk to anybody. Like, I don't know, am I gonna get in trouble for that? Is Fury rolling that Arcana check?
Yep.
I didn't hear a reply back to that.
Oh, maybe I was on mute. I said yes. My bad.
Well, this is a summoning circle if you ever saw one. It is an active summoning circle, and you're pretty sure that it is active in the sense that something else is going to appear through it in a matter of moments.
I
Hey
knock on the
guys,
wall.
something might come out here in a minute. I'll back up a couple pieces.
Yeah, they also say that the streamer is obligated to stream live interactive content. And I'm like, man, I leave my shit on pause for like extended periods of time because I take a lot of breaks when I play video games. My hands hurt. Can't play those 9-hour days like I did with J-Man when we first got Star Wars Battlefront 2. Fucking played that from like 10 a.m. till 2 a.m. or some shit it was.
Fury,
So-
which circle is active?
At least the southmost one.
Can check the other one if you like.
I'm going to go up to the south one, and if I can, hold an action to attack if something comes through.
All right.
I will look at it first and make sure it's an enemy.
Fuck!
But
Damn it! I fucking had my victory right there. I was about to drop Adolin in right now. Oh no!
Oops, wrong skill.
Okay, that is another 20 Arcana. You believe both of these circles are active and are going to summon something into it momentarily. You even think it may be a persistent something, like maybe every minute, every 5 minutes. Some kind of frequency of that nature. Something is going to appear through these circles.
Does it feel like they're connected or separated?
Yeah, a little bit of both. They are very much their own entity, but you do sense a ley line connection between them.
Is there an extra connection along with the ones going between those two?
Not that you're sensing with a 20.
Gotcha.
Buddy is passive perception of what?
24.
If there's a secret door here, you are a frost giant.
Can I tell if the air elemental disappeared because of the wall or because it was just time up for it?
You're pretty sure the latter.
Great. If the thing we're looking for is on the other side of this wall, how do we get through it?
can you call an earth elemental?
Dial 1-800 Earth Elementals. Hi, I'd like to speak to an Earth Elemental.
The number you have dialed is wrong.
Actually, I do have an Earth Elemental gem with me.
How
All right.
convenient.
I have 2 Water Elementals and an Earth Elemental left.
Clearly, the water elemental will be of greater use here. You guys can fill in these areas in the floor and make yourselves a nice pool and end the campaign with a freaking pool party. And then summon the merchant to order you some pizza.
That would be
Oh.
Tuesday table.
Tuesday table ain't never getting any pizza. Monday has the best chance at it. Kimberly can only observe from a distance and scowl.
I also have a brazier of Fire Elementals.
Brazier.
Oh, I meant the brazier.
I want to see
All
that.
right,
I want to see that other magic item. How does that thing work?
The Brazier of Fire Elementals. Wow, that's some hot titties.
It's a cursed item, I'll tell you that. Jeez. Once you put it on, you can't get it off.
All right, so I'm going to summon the Earth Elemental.
Okay. Do we have a character sheet for that yet, or do I need to drop one?
Nope, you need to drop one.
Fuck, I got my hands all buried in gardening here. Alright, I'm gonna try to finagle this. Earth Angel, Earth Angel. Oh, Earth Elemental. Will you be mine?
Is there really a difference?
Sure. That's fair.
Oh yeah, the immunities and the attack blocks and everything.
There we go. Earth Angel is ready for you. Character sheet, if you lose it, should be at the very top of the journal.
Thank you much.
Yes, indeed.
All right, since we are still have a little bit of time, I'm guessing, before this thing pops in, let's go ahead and I'm going to move out of the way and let the Earth Elemental bash at the wall for a little bit.
I mean, that's what you say, but looks like it's just standing there.
There we go. All right, hold on a sec. There we go. He's also got Siege Monster.
Gotcha, gotcha.
I don't know why I hit that twice.
All right. I mean, Buddy investigated this wall pretty thoroughly, and based on the sounds that are coming from this Earth Elemental and the ringing that is echoing through the wall, if that, you're still pretty convinced that this is not a place to get through. This is a solid wall, and this thing could pound away at it for a good while, and despite the siege monster aspect, maybe only get a few feet inside and still just be looking at solid wall.
All right, Mr. Dwarf, how far into the wall does this thing have to go?
From where it is standing, I would estimate the ring to be about 15 feet away.
Oh, maybe we should just go down the hallway then.
Yes, perhaps. Could be another access point.
Did we happen to check up in the dugout area for a passageway?
Well, our dwarven friend is certainly happy to begin that process. Nope, all clear over here. Guaranteed. We're not in direct turn order right now, if that's throwing anybody off. I can close the turn order entirely. We are in free thinking and free idea mode. We've got 90 minutes left before this campaign concludes, and we can either stay here and keep looking, or we got to go join the rest of the parties for endgame. It's a very weird end to the hallway there. There's no wall there. Who's got true sight?
I do.
Training your perceptions on this dark, shadowy alcove, you can actually see there's a very strange green. You're not sure what it is. It looks like maybe it's like some kind, the back of a statue, if you had to guess, but you can't make out really what it is. It's just a large green something that's kind of angling towards you. That there is a magical, illusory darkness preventing you from seeing if you did not have the true sight. But since you do, you can clearly see that this is not the end of a hallway. It's not an alcove. There's something that's like forcibly been shoved into that spot there.
All right. I will. Does anyone else have true sight?
I do.
I do not.
It sucks.
All right. Can I check this statue over?
Roll investigation.
Not good at those.
Holy moly!
Yeah. Not bad for a +3.
Yeah, pretty solid. Let's take a look.
I guess just for in case, I'll drop a force point on it.
Okay. Oh, not bad at all. You are pretty sure that this is an obstacle of strength. As you get to feel the area out a little bit more and you're more comfortable with, okay, I'm going to place a hand on this thing. Yep, it's not trapped. All right, there's no dials, levers, switches, or anything like that. But you can see some markings on the floor that would indicate that this thing has likely been moved away and back into this spot multiple times.
I turn to look over my shoulder. Hey, buddy, how strong is your new friend?
It looks pretty strong.
There's a statue up here that needs drug out of the way. I could give it a try, but he'd probably be a lot better at it. So I will gesture the elemental forward and I will get out of the way.
If it has athletics, roll it. If it does not, it can try a strength check.
Yeah, it doesn't really have skills.
Yeah, we might benefit maybe from a little barbarian assistance here as well. I'm sure Grix could lend some strength.
Oh, I forgot that our barbarians were here because we got one out.
Yeah, Bob is out, but Grix is here.
Yeah.
I got some gauntlets. That'll help.
Show him how.
We need to put some party cohesion behind this too. If a little tag team doesn't work.
Woo!
Oh,
19.
do you have athletics as a trained skill?
I do.
Roll that instead. You're probably better at that.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's do that. Yeah.
There we go. Now we're talking. All right. Give me just a second to get this Kiefer Sutherland out of the grinder.
So he cooked up a story and dropped the 6 of us into a meat grinder. It happened to you, Dylan. Used to be somebody I could trust.
All right. There we go. Ba-ba-ba-ba. And let's reveal the area on the other side. I don't think I can move this. Not without moving the whole map. Okay. So yes, you'll just have to imagine that you have moved this giant green devil goblin skull out of the way and revealed a new chamber that contains many more of the same. And also one of those shadowy portals in the center that if you wanted to use it, you could use it to exit the premises. Otherwise, this room appears to have no way out of it, although considering the way you came in, you're all immediately doubting that's the case. And our dwarven friend, with his amazing check earlier, is beelining right to this wall here.
I think Buddy has the best perception here. Oh, he did pretty good.
He taps the haft of his mace against this side of the wall right here, and you can all hear a very audible echo of a much thinner wall. Yes, I think this may be the place. And he backs away.
Elemental smash.
Keep going. All right.
He is doing double damage on those.
That is correct. At this point, we will have summonings in play. Okay. You can all hear the magic echoing in the chamber you just left, as you're pretty sure whatever was being summoned has now arrived. We will need more attacks, though.
While that's going
There we
on,
go.
Dalinar is going to come back and hold the passageway.
All right. That will successfully bash through the secret door. You could have just found the opening instead of breaking it open. And hey, look, there's a clay golem inside of here, just waiting to kick some butt. All right. Let's get the turn order back up here.
Does anyone remember what the little saying said?
One second. It said you will find what you seek where the 3 rings form a triangle, though one of the rings will not be clear to your sight. Alright, need to get these guys into the turn order. There we go. Not so hot. Alrighty, let's pick up the turn order where we last left it off, which would be Fury's turn to start.
So I need to be about right here to see it.
Which one are you looking at?
Probably the secret passage one, unless the green skull is moved off to the side.
Yeah, the skull is completely out of the way. I just can't move it because it's part of the map.
Yeah, I have a turn at least for that one, so let's shoot the one in the secret room.
Okay. Fire away. Okay. AC is 14, so you could spend Inspo or Force Point to turn both of those into hits. 22.
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright. Well, that shaves off a good chunk of its health bar there. I don't know that you guys can see it, considering the angle, but solid shots.
And I'll step right here with the remaining movement. And that should be all.
Okay. Dalinar, to your turn.
Dalinar will step up for a little better view on the guy to his left. ground the point of his sword into the dirt at his feet, and hold out a hand and throw a couple of Eldritch Blasts his way.
Oh, I thought you was gonna be like, I'm Dalinar, pleased to meet you.
Ow, ow, ow. Bastard.
I thought he was going to be doing one of those sword over the shoulder provocative waves with his hand.
I am not sure what is wrong. Oh, when I made the typo, I didn't correct my damage. There should be plus 10 to each of those for the agonizing blast. So it should be 15, 20, and 12.
Got it. All right.
I don't want them both being able to get me easily, so I'm going to back up and try to
Okay.
force them to come one at a time or squeeze.
All right, buddy, just around the corner.
I'm going to move over here, hold my action, and if the other clay golem comes out, I'm going to blast it with fire.
Very good. Looks like Grixalak got buried by the Earth Elemental there, but it's your turn next.
The Earth Elemental does not have an initiative. The initiative disappeared for the Air Elemental.
Roll a new one for it then.
There we go.
Yeah, we do. Grixalot steps in and cuts the thing's head off with a natural 20. Whoa, I said natural 20, not natural 1. Time to burn the session, Inspo.
Yeah.
Alright, well, that will collapse the clay golem into a nice mound of dirty muck of clay right before you. You can see that there is the ring of another circle, though, beneath its feet, or beneath what puddle remains of it, I should say. And if that is your turn, the golems are up next. That one just melts away a little bit more. This one is closer, and yeah, they can only move 20 feet, so this one's just going to slowly start moving across the room. The other one can get up on Dalinar and bash, bash. Miss, miss. That will bring Gorvin's turn, who will step over here, see what's going on, and now we will use the guiding bolt. Oh yeah, and we will obliterate that clay golem in front of Dalinar. And that brings Fury back to the turn order. Well, damn. 30. Okay. We will take it. It's about half of its HP right there.
And that should be all.
Alright, Dalinar to finish it off.
Sure, 3 more Eldritch Blasts. I did fix my tech block.
Okay. Sure did. And sure did. Destroyed The final clay golem.
For now.
That is correct. I'm going to close the turn order at this point. We've been holding on to that one for a bit. In the event we need a new one, we will roll a new one. Otherwise, we can go back into free exploration mode. And how do you want to play this out?
All right, now that we found it, what's that back half of the riddle to tell us how it works? Anybody have any ideas how to make it work?
I do, but I can't tell you.
Oh, cool. I use Summon Dungeon Master.
Nice.
And I want the bald guy with the red robes.
Ah. Hey, that's funny. I got my robes right here on the floor next to me. So I did the whole Vecna cosplay at the start of the Sunday sessions, but realized I couldn't breathe and people couldn't hear me through the mask. Womp womp.
Fury, you're good with Arcana stuff. Do you have any ideas? Maybe an Arcana roll?
From this location, you are not sensing or picking up on anything outside of what you would normally expect to find with this shadowy circle. Yep, I can use my key and get us back outside from here.
So we know that one skull was moved into place there. How about these others?
That's a possibility.
All right, he's going to come over and push on this skull.
All right. Have the Earth Elemental roll a Wisdom saving throw.
It doesn't show any saves, so I'm just going to do a
Yeah.
Wisdom check.
Yep, they won't always have saves. Okay. Keeping that or modifying it?
Nah, we're keeping that.
And he was never seen again.
That was a waste of the gem.
Except
But
this
okay.
time it's not a joke. Yeah, we don't know where the Earth Elemental went, but Grix has got a distinct feeling that he probably doesn't want to touch that skull right there.
If we only had a rogue that could tell us if these things were trapped. Or a real mage.
Or a second barbarian.
Davinar's going to come up here and I'm actually going to dig through the muck of this column, see if there's anything chunky inside of it.
Bingo! A very powerful green gem that you just instinctively know to be the object of which you have been searching for so long. Yeah, if you guys had gotten in there before the summon timer went off, you would have just found the gem sitting in there. But the fact that the guy fell summoned on top of it, I'm like, I'm just going to leave the body right there and see if they figure that out. Well played.
Didn't seem like the skulls were going to do anything positive.
That one definitely not. The others, there are two others in here that lead to other chambers, but those basically just circle back to where you've already been or lead to other areas of the Doom Vault, of which there is, of course, no need for us to explore. That gives us 5 out of 7 pieces of the Rod of 7 Parts. It is now up to Tuesday and Thursday crew. Wednesday technically hasn't gotten theirs yet, but they're literally standing right in front of it, and they have a whole 3-hour session to play it, so they are starting this week off in the best possible position. As opposed to some of our other tables that didn't even really know if they were going to get it. I think Swan Crew was farthest away from it at the start of their session yesterday morning, but they managed to get that done. So congrats to Monday Crew. Of course, fitting with the original theme of the party, which was very nature themed. We had Sam. We had 2 different Sams in this table at one point. The first Sam was playing a character named Holiday, who was attached to Buddy's character, and they were very much nature vibe, hippie vibe, etc. And we had that going with Katie's original character at this party as well, Dewdrop. So in honor of that, Monday Table has found the green gem. And again, if you did not catch the tag that I put up in our Discord home base, I think yesterday, now that we're starting to find some of these pieces and it's starting to look a little more in our favor that we're actually going to find all of them, we need to seriously figure out which character is going to hold this item throughout the endgame battle. Because, yeah, it's 7 different pieces, but you put them together into one magic item, and that means one character has to attune to it, and we have enough time left here tonight that we can get a sneak peek, much as our Sunday night table did last night, if we so wish. Is it fair to assume we grab the gem and we get ourselves back to Illustrial's Sanctum in the realm of Sigil?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I can't actually pick it up, so yes.
Why can't you pick it up?
It's stuck to the map.
Yeah. It's not an in-game thing,
Oh,
it's an out-of-game
okay.
thing. But I'm just assuming that you obtain the gem. Hey, come back! I wanted to come with you! What the hell, man? Hey! Alright, I do not have a map set up for us just yet here, or I never had a map for Illustrial's Sanctum. So, I will give you the same segue that I gave to our stew crew yesterday evening. When they return to the Sanctum, all is very much in a state of quiet, silence, preparation. It's the final hour before we're expecting everybody to reappear here, assemble, and get together for the Vecna endgame that is imminent. Illustrial and Mordenkainen are nowhere to be seen. The other 2 Archmages, Dalamar, and Callus, are present. Dalamar is, as Dark Elves are, and most Elves are prone to do, in a state of reverie in one of the more comfortable chairs in the dimly lit lounge area. Callus is currently behind the bar mixing himself up a drink, reloading his pipe, and he gives you all a look of, well, upon your reappearance.
Just toss the gem up in the air and catch it.
That's good. It's very good. We have been conserving our energies for the battle to come. But Dalamar and I had an idea that we put together, and some of your other friends are actually already in there training. This is, of course, all speculative, based off of ancient lore and what we've been able to assemble from the events that have taken place. But we have created a sort of training arena within which you may test your capabilities against what we believe Vecna will look like. Out of game, this will not consume any of your resources, any of your anything in that respect. You don't have to worry about expendables, spell slots, hit points, anything.
Gee,
Let's
sounds like
give him a
fun.
shot.
Well, alright. I'm going to get this built, or set up. It's already built.
Aren't you glad we decided not to go after those other wizards?
Very much so. Still concentrating on keeping that guy there too.
And Dalinar would have certainly, or more appropriately, Johnny would have had a bit of a really if we had gone the other way past those wizards and then circled back to one of the other masks and came at it from this way. Although it would have been harder to find the secret room. We would have had to find two of those masks or two of those giant skulls, push them aside before we finally uncovered the chamber with the two rings, which then would have led us back to this area to find the third one. It's unlikely we would have found the third one first, although who knows. But, oh gosh. Yeah, I shouldn't have taken that toke right before I started talking there because I lost my... Oh yeah, in two different areas of that other circumventual route, there are two Ifritis.
Of course there are.
Yep. They threw them right in there. Very, very interesting. Alright, there we go. Looks like our metal playlist has died. Let's reset that. Alright, I've got this programmed good. Let's copy this right here. Alright, there is your invite link to the Vecna endgame page. And then once you get here, you will find that I am in progress of importing your characters. Of course, even once you see it, you won't be able to access it until I turn over the preferences, so bear with me just a moment. And then we will be good to go for your ultimate demise. But it's only a simulator. It's only it's trauma, it's not actual death. Take comfort in that, I guess. Oh dear, I have two Buddy Moonglows. I don't know which one it is. Alright, I'm going to try the first one and hope for the best. Alright, it's got to be the second one because that one is archived. Okay. Dawn should have Buddy. Alright. A little bit of that.
Hey, how did I go up 2 levels?
I don't know, did you?
No.
I was like, well, that's very disturbing. Alright, there we go. Continue getting the rest of your character sheets now. Transmog. Monday Coalescence. We got Buddy. Next alphabetical would be Dalinar. And then Fury. Okay, and the cannon. And Grix. Alright, that should be our characters at least. Now I just gotta get the preferences assigned. And then we will set a 4-minute timer and see if you guys can survive the over-under.
Can you also bring over the wildfire spirit?
Yes, indeed. Okay, there. Okay. Alright, you should each have your character sheets now, aside from the wildfire spirit. There. Find that in your local yellow pages. There it is. And last but not least, preferences. Alright, everybody got everything they need?
Looks that way.
Feel free to drag your tokens
Yep.
out to
Just need
this.
to have it attached to me.
What's that?
Just need the wildfire spirit attached to my character.
It should be.
Awesome. There we go.
Okay. I think maybe you checked it while I was saving it. Alright, so yeah, drag your tokens out here to this astral nebula where hopefully your character can fly. If not, thankfully it's the astral plane, and that's how movement works. You just kind of will yourself in a direction. But if you have a natural flight speed, you're maybe a little more used to it. So this is where we might find ourselves in a end game scenario against Vecna, the Dark Unmaker of Existence. Oh look, he lost his token. Alright, let's fix that. Alright, there we go. Try that again. There he is. The Dark Unmaker of Existence. Anybody notice a interesting distinguishing feature about our endgame villain here?
He's got a nose ring.
This is true. Not quite what I was looking for. Anybody see it?
He's got a crown.
That is also true. Also not what I'm looking for. Somebody's gonna see it.
His left eye is glowing.
That's because that eye is missing, and you can see directly into his what passes for a soul. Also not what I'm talking about, but you guys are getting closer by eliminating everything else. Come on. Somebody's gonna get it.
I don't know. It looks a little like you. Maybe you characterize yourself into
What
the
the
Vecna
fuck?
template.
That ain't me.
I don't know. If you look at it just right, it looks
I
just
didn't.
like
I
you.
mean, this is not an AI creation. This is from the 24 D&D monster manual. This is like the 24 version of Vecna. So, if it looks like me at all, I'll use what they used to do at the beginning of the Three Stooges episodes. Any resemblance between characters living or dead is a miracle.
He's looking a little bit parched, like he needs a drink.
That's true as well. I'm just gonna cut to the chase. He's fucking bald. Is it any surprise that the ultimate bad guy in the fucking multiverse who wants to unmake everybody else is bald? Could it be because he's bald? Maybe he wants to remake an entire multiverse where everybody's bald, or maybe he'll have hair and nobody else will. But
Does he have a posh British accent too? That's key.
the funny thing is, when we were doing the holiday downtime training, I thought just on a whim, like the training montage would be Rocky Balboa and Apollo Creed in Rocky 3 when they're running on the beach and everything, and then I was like, well, by default, that means that Vecna has to be Mr. T, and I had planned for a while of doing that, but it became a little sillier, and I don't think I can do a Mr. T accent for hours and hours on end. Mr. T's kind of bald, though.
But I had thought that his skull was actually like part of the helmet, so I was not looking correctly.
He's fucking bald. So yes, he will destroy you with his baldness. All right. Let's get the turn order into play. Before you guys roll any initiative, one of his abilities will be revealed very quickly, and you're going to see how some of those polls that we've been doing in recent weeks line up with the dude that you are facing now. Calculated delay. Vecna always goes last in the initiative unless a character has activated a limit break or other similar effect that specifically places them at the bottom of the turn order. So that being said, Vecna's initiative value, and this is also a very important distinction, is somehow a 1.40. You may all roll initiative. Alright, turn order looks good. You may readjust your starting positions if you wanted to be a little closer, a little further, maybe not so clustered up together in case he's got a power word kill fireball or something that just decimates your entire party. But Buddy has got the top initiative spot. Here, let me see if there's anything that I need to reveal as well. Nope. Yes, this is very important. At the start of each round, undead resistances. Vecna is immune to necrotic damage in all circumstances. No matter how good or how much of a power you claim to have over death, you're not going to deal necrotic damage to Vecna. Sorry. At the start of each round, he randomly gains immunity to 9 different damage types. There are only 13 damage types in total. This means he will have immunity to 10 of 13 every round. If a foe with the attuned Rod of 7 parts, the completed Rod of 7 parts, well, I should say, I shouldn't say that, is present within 60 feet of Vecna at the start of this turn, Vecna loses 1 immunity per piece of the rod that has been assembled. This means right now we are stripping, I believe, 5 of these extra immunities that he's going to get. If the character who's attuned to it can stay on Vecna's ass at the start of each round. Additionally, if you have that Vecna Slayer feat, you can bypass this entirely with a 20% chance each attack. It's not the greatest chance, but you do have a little bit more self-reliance when it comes to how you're able to affect Vecna. Yep, we got that. None of that matters. He does have this, but we are starting this combat with the True Shroud not currently activated. Since he's going at the bottom of the initiative, he has not yet had an action to activate it. So all that should be good enough to get us going here. Don, first turn.
Okie dokie. I'm going to start off rather basic, and I'm going to hit him with fire.
I do have a quick question because you just went over his immunities. Does the boon of irresistible offense offset that any, or is that only when it has resistance?
That is only for resistance.
Gotcha.
Okay, so we are looking at. I need to roll one of those one more time. All right. And for purposes of this simulation, we do not have any variable of the rod of 7 parts. This is like a worst case scenario that we even lost the one piece that we somehow obtained before we knew we needed to get all of them. He is going to be hit with a 27. He is immune to fire this round. And we are going to reveal another ability of his that will answer that weird armor class question that we had about Vecna a few weeks ago when you all answered different numbers and I said you are all somehow correct. It's because of the bolstered defenses. Each time he is hit by an attack, his AC increases by 1. His AC will reset to 22 at the top of each of his turns. I will point out the same thing that I pointed out to Sunday evening crew in this respect. Some of our biggest and most powerful hitters in the tables also coincidentally have very high initiative values. This has served us well 98% of the time, I would say. Looking at this particular mechanic, I can see our 3 or 4 biggest hitters going first, wailing away on Vecna and leaving him with a 40 armor class so that the rest of the tables all get their turns and go, great, now we can't fucking hit this guy. So, be tactical. You may have to hold initiatives. You may have to destiny point yourself into a new space if you don't want to keep holding each round. Vecna is... He's not Nihilus. He can't affect you in as many ways as Nihilus did, but you're going to find out why he doesn't really need to as well. Is that Buddy's turn? Or do you have anything else? You got the Spirit, which also does fire?
Yeah, but I'm not going to do anything else because, again, I can't hurt it. So, that makes me done.
All right, so that...
Question.
Yes.
Does the AC have an upper limit?
It does not. There is no upper limit aside from the fact that it will reset to 22 at the top of each of his rounds. So it won't get to a point where it's like everybody needs a nat 20 to hit him. It'll still always be in some kind of cyclical motion.
All right, cool.
Just to what degree depends on what order characters go in and how often they are landing attacks against this guy. Some of characters are hitting like 35 to 40s with regularity, so his AC may not be that problematic for some of these characters, but for others who are capping out at like 25, 30, anytime Vecna's AC hits like 33, 34, it becomes kind of like, all right, well, I'll take my 5% chance here, or burn a destiny point. Dalinar, that brings it to your turn.
All right, trying a little bit of these tactics. Dalinar is going to come up and get on his backside and hold his attack until the end of Grix's turn.
Okay. Fury, it is over to you.
Unfortunately, with the fight of this guy, if we were just dropped it straight into it, I have to activate false life. I'm pretty sure he has power word kill, and I do not have enough HP to be able to survive that.
Oh, gotcha. It's just a simulation. Maybe you get an extra life. That is action. Any bonus or movement?
If my cannon is already out, I would
Sure.
order it to attack.
So close. AC is 22.
Two questions.
Mhm.
Question number one, does an attack that miss increase his armor class? And the second question is an attack that forces him to do a saving throw instead of hitting his armor class. Does that raise his armor class?
Saving throw based attacks are not likely to unless it's something that's maybe like a green flame blade attack, which I don't know if I have to roll a save against that, but because that targets his AC as part of that, yes. Something that is just roll a wisdom save versus damage, no. This is specifically when he is hit by an attack. Missed attacks, of course, do not increase his AC.
Awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely.
That should be all for me.
Okay. Grix, that's over to your turn. And in the spirit of the simulation, like I was telling the group last night, it's all about learning what he can do. Of course, there's really no chance that a party of 2, as it was last night, or even a party of 4, as we have tonight, stands any chance of winning this battle. So don't worry about inspirations, force points, like trying to optimize things in that respect. Like if you miss or if something happens, like maybe just let it go. Holy moly, if not for the fact that it was Vecna, you would have just cut his head clean off. Alright, so that will hit with the first attack and damage him. We are not immune to slashing damage. That is one of the 3 damage types this round that we are still eligible to be hit by. We're not just talking energy damage types, we are talking all 13 damage types. And first and foremost, this is his reaction. First, let me check this right here. This is the one reaction we have seen him use, and apparently it is without limit. Reposition. Each time Vecna is damaged by an attack, there is a 10% cumulative chance that he will automatically teleport to a chosen point within 120 feet of his current location. This is not a spell effect. It cannot be countered. He has been hit. He has been damaged. He did not make the 10% chance. His AC goes up to 23, which makes the second swipe there by Grix a miss. It would have hit a second ago, but because of the bolstered defense, not so much. Is that it for Grix's turn?
Yeah.
All right. And here is
My-
why.
My held action
Yes.
should go off now.
Go ahead.
The way you do it, do I get the 2 sword swings or just one?
With a held, you just get 1 action.
And that's a miss,
Jeez.
even with flank.
All right. And as we were starting to get into there, the reason why Vecna does not have 7 or 8 different attacks and bonus actions and what have you like Nihilus did, there's really no point to it. Vecna has 1 ability, and that is Unmake. Before I reveal that, most of our tables have already gotten a sneak peek at it. But this is also an important one because I'm sure some of our clever players will be putting connecting the dots and realizing, well, he's concentrating on a ritual to unmake the entire galaxy. So massive damage or concentration disrupting effects are going to be the key to victory. And oh shit, we can't affect his concentration. Okay, let's just put that to rest right there. Variable necroses. Vecna has 3 or 4 attacks each round. This round he's breaking out 4, which is going to be 2 on Dalinar, 2 on Grix. We'll start with our northernmost character with the aura. Unmake. Vecna targets a creature within range, 180 feet. This attack never misses. The creature must roll a saving throw of each type: Strength, Dexterity, Constitution, Intelligence, Wisdom, and Charisma, all of DC 25. Failure against any saving throw reduces that creature's attribute by half. If you have suffered this damage already and you are targeted a second time, and you fail that saving throw, your attribute is now reduced to a 0. It is possible to make some saving throws, fail others. The results, of course, are determined by standard ability reduction mechanics. In short, if any attribute reaches a 0, you're fucked. Vecna doesn't care about your AC, he doesn't care about your hit points, he doesn't care about your defenses. As far as he's concerned, all of your characters have Strength, Dexterity, Wisdom, Constitution, Intelligence, Charisma scores of 2. And he's going to knock it down to 1, and then he's going to kill you. That is his entire mechanic. Your survival against him is ability score restoration. Wildflower tonics, reactionary wildflower tonics, greater restoration. Shrubby, the mascot from the Tuesday table, has a persistent greater restoration effect to a limited number of characters who are able to take advantage of his space. So this is a very specific, targeted, and very specifically countered ability. In that respect, we're hitting Dalinar with this twice, so we're going to look for 2 saving throws of each kind.
Want me to just do doubles all the way down?
That as well. Probably easier for tracking in that respect. Yeah, this is going to be one of the more difficult characters to take down here, but we do see a few saving throws that did not land so well in your favor. I don't see anything there that reduced you down to a 0, though. If anything, a couple of them went down by half.
Yeah, strength and intelligence both did.
Yeah. And now we do the same thing on Grixalot, who's also looking for double strength save, double dex save, double con save, etc. right down the line. It's so nasty. This may be the most devious thing I've ever created for freaking D&D in 36 years of doing this. Just instant obliteration. Like, we're not going to fuck around with this back and forth. Heal, restore, ebb and flow, what have you. It's just goodbye. Okay.
Not as bad as it could be for Dom, just because he has my +10.
That's true. I think what we're really looking at is the intelligence. Intelligence of 0. You effectively just fall into a catatonic state where you're unable to really perform much of anything. Let me see if I can find this. Yeah, here we go. Intelligence score of 0.
Yeah.
Comatose state. Yeah.
Yeah, he got his wisdom too.
Oh yeah, we definitely knocked that wisdom down. Yeah, I missed the 24. So, I mean, he's not dead. He can still be brought back into the field of play with the Wildflower Tonic. The only one of the attributes that's absolutely going to kill you if it drops to 0 is your con, and most players have kind of seen that mechanic foreshadowed enough through the orange zombies themselves over the last year and a half, and many of you have beefed up your con in that respect. Good job. If you haven't, that's probably your biggest weak spot against Vecna himself, and in that case, again, this is a simulation, so we probably can expect there are going to be other foes on the board beyond just this guy who can just probably easily eradicate any of you at any given time, really at whim. And with that, I'm going to check what else he has on his... Yep. We revealed that. True Shroud, of course. He can do this as a bonus action. The reposition is something that will really cause you some issues, of course. Especially when we get all of our big melee hitters in flanking position, and then we finally wail away 5 or 6 attacks, and the percentage starts sliding on the other side, and he just completely removes himself from the danger zone.
Now, with the wording or similar abilities, does Fairy Fire count in that?
Fairy Fire will definitely not counter True Shroud. Yeah, I'm familiar with Fairy Fire in that it does not allow invisible characters to exist inside of it. True Shroud is its own unique ability, specifically designed by angry illusionists throughout the galaxy who feel that 20 levels of character class should not be allowed to be undone by a 6th level True Seeing spell or the True Seeing ability, so they created a specific ability called True Shroud that throws Stone Cold Salute, double middle fingers in the eyes of True Seeing, and of course by virtue any other lesser such effect. This is another important one as well. We did not uncover this through this party, but some of our heavier hitters may run into this roadblock, and it's going to encourage timely usage of the limit break mechanic that we have developed. The Lord of Undeath. His mastery of necrotic energies shields him in a permanent shroud of protective energy that prevent any one character from dealing more than 99 HP of damage to him in one round. Characters that are swinging 55, 60 hit points an attack, and you got 4 attacks around, you've just lost 70% of your efficiency if your plan is to just wail away on him. Unfortunately, the limit break, however, we have seen that used to deal over 600 points of damage in one attack against the Fiend Lord of Hatanalia on Sunday nights. So, while you might not just be able to spam attack, and hope to wail him down, we do have characters who have limit breaks, and they do take a few rounds to get set up, during which time they can still attack. So, that's a very important thing that we're going to want to take as much advantage of as possible in the endgame battle to come. Vecna may have other abilities, he certainly does. These are the ones that we have discovered so far between our simulations between Sunday night and now Monday night. Without subjecting you to further dismay at the hands of, I will remind you again, the master unmaker of the entire multiverse is fucking bald. It's not a coincidence. He's even gotten so evil he started fucking losing his hair. Alright, friends, that is going to bring us to the final bit of our campaign here, during which we'll just kind of step out of game, go over some memories, some thoughts of the campaign so far. We kicked this off August of 2024. You guys were the second table to kick off the fourth act of the Coalescence. Swan Crew, of course, having the honors of very first table in that middle trilogy. And I think half of our party that's here right now has been with us the entire time. Dominic has been here on Monday table pretty much since the beginning. I think, actually, yeah, I think you've been at every Monday session, because Monday table did not exist originally. It was created as a oh crap, I only have one table and so many people want to join it, I better create other tables. And so yeah, I think Dominic has been here throughout Acts 1 through 6 in their entirety. And of course so has Dawn. I just don't know that Dawn has been on Monday table that entire duration. But at least throughout this entire middle trilogy, you've both been very stable foundations of this table. Hey, that rhymes. And then, of course, Rob and Sammy joining us very early into Act 4 as well. I think Sammy joined us maybe like session 2 or 3. And then Rob maybe like session 5, like just a couple sessions later at the most. And Monday table, I would be remiss if I didn't mention it. It's a true heartbreaker to lose somebody that's such a good friend, and wherever you are out there, Westy dude, we just wish you only kind wishes and best of luck and love wherever you're at. Like, Westy was the first role-playing Unlimited supporter back in 23 when I got this rolling, and he was very open in his words to me about how much he believed in this project and how much he wanted to support it. And he was with us for just so long, and it still puzzles the mind sometimes as to what exactly happened, why he disappeared. He was with us one Monday and then just all of a sudden not, and he was never the type to miss a session without letting us know. And then the mystery compounded by the fact that none of us could get in touch with him for a year, but then another player was like, oh yeah, I talked to him like a month ago, and he emoji'd me back and was like, what? He's alive? Like, it's one of those Robert Stack unsolved mysteries. But regardless, dude, we wish you well wherever you're at. And Monday table was your table, dude. That's where you were at here through Act 4 until we got to that mid break between Act 4 and Act 5, and maybe just needed to decompress and need some downtime, and we all handle that in our own way. So definitely wanted to throw a shout out there to Westy as well, and segue that into Johnny Dalinar. That is when he stepped in to our table as well, and I think Dawn as well, because Westy leaving left such a big gap at this table that I needed a couple big hitters here. And even though Dawn did not bring in the biggest heavy hitter, Dalinar was definitely a worthy substitution in that respect. And we also had Adolin at this table, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of fond memories at this table for me. I think the biggest one would be at the very beginning when you guys were trying to get into the first location, which was the trailer park, and first discovering the zombies and their capacities. And that was when Dominic was playing Blythe, the Treant type character, and unfortunately just the staggered nature of initiative. What's up, Ari? That led to the first character demise in the Coalescence middle trilogy. So since then, Dominic has been playing Grix. But we do lament what could have been with the character Bly, considering that we literally did meet an actual Treant later on during the adventures to liberate the mall and turn it into our home base. A lot of fun memories throughout all of that, I would say. I think Act 4 stuck with me for this party a lot more than some of our things in Act 5. Act 5, the open sandbox concept, I go back and forth with it. Like, I don't. Social media, dude, I'll tell you. Um, because of the variables in experience, age ranges, opinions, personalities, etc., between different people who love this hobby with the same amount of passion that we do. You read things that are going on in these chat rooms, and one of the big terms that comes up a lot of the times is player agency and railroading. Boo, railroading. Yay, player agency. So I try to take that with the weight that I think it should be perceived in, while also trying to observe our community and what their general comfort zone is, which I think most of our community is more comfortable with a bit more of a linear approach, but with some options to influence events one way or the other, so that it's not like just a complete railroad, like, yes, we're playing this one and we have to go this way because that's the only way we can go. Whereas the open sandbox can just create a lot of lag and indecision. And one way or another, I think we experienced a lot of that on Monday Table in that respect, just because of just how daunting the task was before us. It was very much okay, Act 5 is, this party is going to go out and try to find the Achilles heel. This party is going to go out and try to, like, rally the nations, and that's a very vague task. And when you're looking at a map that's largely grayed out and you're just like, well, maybe we'll go this way and hope that we find what we're looking for, it's not a knock against the table at all. It's, as I'm saying, it's a very daunting task, and that's where I struggle a lot with open sandbox. Like, I try to give breadcrumbs and lead you guys in certain directions, while at the same time just like, hey, look at this big beautiful map that we've created, and you guys can go anywhere you want except that way. Don't go that way. So we had a lot of fun at this table, but again, I think for me, Act 4 was more where the most enjoyment at the table was for me. Act 6, of course, great times throughout. The hedge maze was a lot of fun. But the whole nature of Act 6 for all of our tables was just rush, 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 rush. And I don't know that any of our tables are going to come away with this and say that Act 6 was their absolute favorite. If anything, they just might say it was the most frantic and maybe had some laughable, memorable moments, especially if you're on the Tuesday crew table. Otherwise, I think most of our players may lean more towards Act 4 or Act 5, but I will thank each of you for a memorable year and 3 quarters, regardless of how long you've been at this table. It's been 36 sessions of fun, memorable adventures, and we're going to close the book on Monday here for probably a month or so while we convert everything over to Sunday afternoons for the Vecna Endgame battle. That is starting this Sunday, as a matter of fact, so a very short turnaround before we will see you all again here, hopefully. That all being said, I'm going to turn it over to each of you now for any thoughts, memories, critiques, criticisms, whatever you got of the campaign so far, whether it be towards the other players or towards the GM or whatever is on your mind. Thank you so much for your input.
I think Buddy is going to survive this entire thing because he is classified as harmless and non-essential. No, but I really do. I always love the campaigns. I love the stories that you come up with, the way they intertwine with each other. I mean, it's like, I couldn't do half of that, putting all those stories together and trying to keep everything in order and everything like that. And it's just, an amazing job that you've done with all that.
Oh, thank you.
And then I love playing. I enjoy playing characters, which is why I really enjoy Buddy. Um, his halfling nature, his you know, just his hippie outlook. He's got a bunch of powerful spells, but I don't think he's ever used anything higher than a level 2 spell or a level 3 spell, just because of the nature of the character. That he's not out for blood. He's not a power character. He's just, you know, there. He uses his abilities to help out whenever possible, but for the most part, he's just a little extra fire damage. So there you go.
Well, we're gonna take a little toke here in Buddy's honor. See what the rest of y'all have to think.
I think my most player character growth moment thing was probably when we lost Bly. I had Adel here then and had this cleric that I thought was going to be super powerful, but I had never played a cleric before. And I wasn't sure what I was doing, and I used up my resources, and we lost a character right away. And I felt bad.
That's
So
right. I misplaced that.
I
You've been
worked
here
on
since
doing
session
better.
1.
I have, but it's okay. You're allowed to smoke and forget.
It happens.
No, it's been really fun, man. D&D has been my therapy here for the last year, and it's very enjoyable to come in and blow off some steam and just hang out.
I had to go back and forth in my brain, and I was like, then who the heck did I bring in after Westy left? And I was like, it was Don, wasn't it? I was like, that's right. Don was in the beginning, and then he had to step out for a while and only played on Wednesdays for a bit. And then I asked you to come back because Westy was gone, and that's how Buddy came back to the table.
Yep, Dalinar came in to replace Adolin, who got vamped to the 9 hells.
Well, how about Dominic and Rob? What do you guys think?
Well, it's definitely been an adventure. Originally, when I was creating Fury, I had a lot of ideas that didn't quite play as much as I wanted to. But like, Fury has a kit that's like so all over the place. Like, it has little bits and ways that it can help out, even if it's not damage.
Very true. Very true. There have been some times where it's all hack and slash, and I've seen you interact in a battle, and I'm just like, man, I feel bad. The dude's doing like 7 points of damage compared to everybody else's 19, 20. But then there are other times when there are tricky scenarios that we have to navigate through that you've got a very unique spell or idea that have helped push us through those scenes.
No, like, Fury has so much of a diverse thing. Like, half his stuff hasn't even been able to be pulled up in the campaign.
That is often the multi-class conundrum, especially if, as I understand it, if Artificer is part of that process, because they just by themselves have so much versatility and so many different things to offer. Well, let's check in last but not least with Grixalot. Dominic, any thoughts?
Yeah, it's been quite an adventure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have been on this Monday for the entire time.
That's right.
So, yeah, and it's been. You didn't realize how much time had actually passed that I've been playing in your games,
That's
and I
right.
actually was just thinking about that. So, but yeah, it's always a great time, and it's something that I always look forward to. It's just really nice to hang out with guys and with everybody and just have some fun.
Yeah, speaking of how long you been gaming with us. I did some replays on the streams a little while back, and I was like, yeah, man, back when I can't remember the character that I can't remember the character's name that Mike played when he was still here gaming with us, but back when you were playing Tuki Tuki. And that's where Act 7 is taking us. Act 7 is taking us all the way back to our roots. We're going to be reprising those characters for those of us who were here back during Acts 1 through 3, which is easily half the community. So we're going to have a lot of these characters coming back in a remade somewhat form. So, i.e., if just think, what was the Breath of the Wild? What was the second one? Tears of the Kingdom. At the start of that, you start with all 20 of your hearts, and you're still all buffed up, Link, from the end of the Breath of the Wild. But then the first attack that hits you drains your hearts all the way back to 3, and you got to restart your whole adventure. Think similar in that, except nobody touched you and drained all your levels so much as something else happened that we will get further into. And in that capacity, because you're reprising the same character and having to rebuild them, you're not under any obligation to rebuild the exact same character, even if you wanted to change the character's species, class, subclass entirely. Like, all of that's on the table. It's really just the fact that it's the same name, and at its core, it's the same character. So that is
Also,
what
a very a very important question. When it comes to the Beskar purchases and annual subscribers with our 50% off, does that include for the long rest Beskar expenditure?
It depends. There are a select few Beskars that do not have the 50% off option, but one very important thing when it comes to the long rest Beskars is the last opportunity that we had to buy those would have been back in December. Those are only available during actual in-game long rest moments, which we know happen few and far between, or during downtime moments, which happen almost as often as our characters get actual long rests. So I always try to bring attention to those when we get to those points. I know I tagged the community at least twice back in the holidays, like, hey, we're about to start up again. If anybody's got Beskars and you want to spend them on long rest, now's the time, because we're playing the next 4 months is going to be one 12-hour day, and you're not going to have an opportunity for a long rest before Vecna. So, unfortunately, that window has passed for all of our players at this point, but any of you who have banked long rests, good on you. You may need them for yourself. You may need them for a fellow party member in need. But that is all coming up this Sunday, 11 a.m. Pacific. Until about 3 p.m., we're planning on like a 4-hour session or so. Hopefully not much longer, because it's also WrestleMania weekend, and we're going to stream that in our home base here. I am particularly eager to watch that myself. So look forward to seeing all of you for Endgame. Hopefully, maybe for WrestleMania 42, baby. WrestleMania 42. All right. So that's a wrap, friends. Session 36 here at Role Playing Unlimited for Monday night. We are halfway through this final week. We will be back on tomorrow night, returning to the Tomb of Horrors to see how they can resolve their quest. Again, Wednesday, they may have the shortest session of all, as they are starting off literally within arm's reach of the gem. And then we will close it out with Thursday night, as they return to the Carcass of the Dread Eternal, looking for the piece of the rod that it's got to be in there somewhere. Unfortunately, they are running out of time just as quickly as are the rest of you. And then we'll take Friday off. We'll take Saturday off as well. Watch the first day of WrestleMania there. And then we'll catch up with you on Sunday for Vecna Endgame, friends. We end it the same way always. We only say it because it's true. There is no RU. without you. Have a good night.
Good night.
Night all.
Good night, everyone.
See you tomorrow, brother.
You are alone. Maybe I can help you. I am Boba Fett.
Never to that